Why do talent agents drop actors? How do they decide that it's just not working out? You did all the work to find your agents. Let's talk about what you need to be doing to keep your agents. Hi, I'm Nancy Nave. I've been a working actor in film and television for over 15 years. I'm also a career coach for actors.
And if you want more content about working in the film and television industry, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel.
It seems like every actor is in a hurry to work with a talent agent or a manager. But do you know what that really means? When you sign with a talent agent, you're also agreeing to working expectations. These agents become a part of your team, meaning there's teamwork involved. When you don't know what agents expect from this agreement, it's easy to create issues within your own working relationship. Let's talk about what agents expect from you as the actor to make this relationship work. This is truly a two-way street. Are you prepared for the responsibility? I know actors scramble and put everything they have into getting an agent. Then, once they sign with the agreement, there's a sigh of relief and some deserved celebration. But many actors tend to put their agents in the driver's seat and make themselves a passenger. The misunderstanding is that the agent does all the work to get you auditions and you just sit back and wait for the opportunities to roll in. Actors with agents can tend to stop doing all the things they did to get the agent in the first place. But this is when the actual work really starts for you. Here's some things you need to know about working with a talent agent. Number one, your agent only gets paid when you book and shoot a job. So until you shoot the gig, your agent makes zero. This is why they're so selective when choosing clients to represent. Their time is spent submitting their actors for auditions, knowing they won't book every audition. They're scanning actors for talent and gauging their ability to book. They're also deciding if you're the type of actor to actually do 90% of the work. Why 90? Because as the actor, you make 90% of the check and your agent takes home 10. So for all of the time and effort they put into finding auditions for you, they make 10% from the gigs that you book. So say you book 1 out of 10 auditions. That would mean that they only get paid every 10th audition. It also means that they've submitted you for many more auditions than you've gotten. We don't get every audition we want, which means they've done work behind the scenes that you'll never see. For every audition you get as an actor, they might have submitted you for 10 projects where you didn't get the audition. So here's a quick, simple breakdown of what agents do for actors before they ever make a penny. Every single day, projects are being released by producers and casting directors into the casting websites. And their job is to look through the different projects and try to match their actors that are on their roster with the breakdowns of all the characters that are being cast. They're looking for female, 35 to 50, Asian or Hispanic or ambiguous looking, possibly a lawyer or doctor or whatever it is. So then what they do is they go to their submissions for that day and they're going to go project by project and match actors with those roles. So say all these different things under submissions are the projects that I met for that day. So I'm submitted for film B, TV show D, film F, all the way down to Z, and those go all the way back to the casting directors. Casting directors look at the actors that have been submitted. They go through their headshots, possibly looking at resumes or reels as needed, but then they send out those auditions. So from all the submissions that I was submitted to for roles, I've gotten these auditions. So film B said, yeah, she looks good, we'll bring her in. Film F said the same thing. And so you're not going to get every audition you want. Remember that. Then my job as the actor starts. So now I've got to be prepared for that day because remember, you only get about 24 hours notice to be ready to go. Sometimes you get more, but sometimes you don't. You've got to be ready. You prepare your audition, you show up on time or you submit your tape on time, and then your auditions go back to casting. From there, they select bookings. They're going to say who booked the role. And so from those auditions, I might have booked film F. This is when the payday comes in. It takes a long time to get from projects being released to the world to the actual bookings, let alone to the shoot date itself. Once you shoot, the payday comes in. So your agents are going to receive 10% of whatever the rate is that was out there for you, and you as the actor will bring home 90%. You have to realize that just because you're not seeing auditions coming in doesn't mean that your agents aren't working. They're doing all this stuff behind the scenes, and you just need to understand that so you'll have some respect as to what's coming in, and you'll know how to start talking to your agents about the types of projects that you want to do or the types of roles that you want, so they're not wasting their time submitting you for projects that you would never want to be a part of. So that's some of the work that your agents are doing behind the scenes. And realize this is just an example. The numbers fluctuate from how many they submit to how many auditions you get to how many auditions you book, but this is just an idea of what agents do behind the scenes. You're now committed to putting in the effort into your acting career, even if you don't want to. Number 2, your agents expect you to be in a great acting class. Some agents expect you to work with a private coach for auditions. Remember when you were searching for a talent agent and you were touting your skills and training? You went over the many classes and workshops you've done. You threw out the names of acting teachers and coaches that you've worked with. This is what they expect for you to do ongoing. They want you to be fresh and current in your acting abilities. When agents pitch you to casting directors during the submission process, trying to get you an audition, they talk of not only your talent and skill, but they throw out those same coach and teacher names you've provided. They share where you're currently training and who your coaches are. And if you give a subpar audition or you're lacking experience and training, they may not call you back again for another audition. They might even send an email to your agent asking what the heck is going on with this actor. So make sure you're always training. And if you love this craft, you'll always be in class. And realize that when you are in class, you're smack dab in the middle of the best networking session you could ever possibly give yourself. Acting class is the best place to meet future writers, producers, directors. It's also the best way to be recognized by your peers as a serious talent. Actors know other actors, producers, casting directors, and word of mouth travels fast. If you're killing it in acting class every week, people recognize that. You're gonna get called in. Number 3, your agents expect you to keep up with your marketing materials, renewing them as you need to. If you've done anything dramatic to your look, don't wait for your agent to suggest new headshots. If you've lopped off 8 inches of your hair or you've shaved your head, you've lost or gained significant amounts of weight, you've gotten a visible tattoo or a scar, you're going to need new headshots.
Right now.
Your agent is constantly submitting you for roles that are auditioning within the next few days. They'll submit your casting profiles, and those profiles need to be current. When you show up to an audition, whether it's taped or in person, the casting director is expecting the person in the current headshot to be at that audition. Why is this so important? When you no longer fit the description of the role you're auditioning for, because you didn't update your agent or your headshots for your new look, you're wasting the time of your agents, casting directors, producers, and all the other actors who might have gotten that audition spot you're in. And once you've wasted someone's time in this industry, that's not a good thing. People are patient and understanding, but wasting people's time is also wasting opportunities to make money. Number 4, let's talk about the relationship between agents and casting directors. Agents act as a filter to identify quality actors in the market. Think of them as the talent scouts of the industry. Their opinion of what makes a talented actor is respected by the casting directors who work with them. Casting directors don't have the time to audition every actor who wants a shot. Casting directors and producers know that if they need excellent talent with specific descriptions, they'll start looking with their favorite agents. This is how talent agents build a reputation of being able to discover great actors. This is why you'll see the bigger named actors and celebrities with the more well-known agencies, CAA, United Artists, ICM, WME, but there's also a lot of smaller quality agencies across the world. This type of relationship happens at all levels of the industry. Just because Jennifer Lawrence is available doesn't mean that the project has the budget to hire her. The project might need to seek out newer talent whose rate is lower. This means putting out the role information on casting websites and casting a bigger net to find the right actor. This allows all agencies to compete. But the closer the relationship a talent agent has with that casting director, the better chance those actors get an audition. It's kind of like asking your friends for a referral. You trust your friend's opinion before you trust a stranger. So once you've made friends, you don't want anyone screwing that up. If you're an actor in that agency and you're not living up to the expectations of your agent and you're putting their reputation at risk, it's going to make your agent reconsider your ongoing representation. Number 5, be available and prepared for auditions. When you get an audition, you'll get an email. This message shows when, where, and the details of the audition. You should get at least 24 hours of notice. But sometimes that means I get an email at 5 p.m. tonight and my audition is actually at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. You can yell all you want, but the question is still, are you accepting or declining the audition? I know SAG-AFTRA fights for our 24-hour notice, but if you're non-union, you might see less than 24 hours notice. And even within SAG auditions, sometimes the casting director might decide at the last minute to extend you an audition. You can always say no, but in my world, if a casting director is still looking to match the role, if I'm able to, I'm jumping in. If you've been working and auditioning before you ever got an agent, you should be used to this by now. Murphy's Law is very active in this industry. As soon as you plan something you really want to be at, friends are in town visiting, you've got free tickets to Disneyland, you've been invited to an impromptu free weekend getaway, or you're finally even just getting to see the dentist, you're going to get an audition. Everyone in this industry knows this law. It's part of our lives. Your agent knows this too. They expect you to drop everything when you get an audition. And yeah, weeks might have passed since your last audition, so you're not anticipating this interruption. This is exactly when you get an audition. And just so you know, the bigger the plans, the more important the event, the once-in-a-lifetime family reunion that you just can't miss, this is when the big auditions show up. It's happened to me so many times. I'm telling you, when life is happening, this is when your big shot comes. And yes, there are very valid reasons for passing on auditions. You are not obligated to audition for every role your agent gets you. A whole other topic we can discuss later is when to pass on the audition. And in this scenario, we're talking about honoring your boundaries that might be crossed if you accepted the role. This could be religious reasons, drug, alcohol usage, violence, nudity, intimate scenes, many scenarios that might go beyond your boundaries. FYI, talking to your agents about your boundaries is very important. But in our topic for today, for business as usual, you should be accepting most or all of the auditions your agent brings you. If you start seeing auditions coming your way that you don't agree with, then it's time to have a conversation with your agent so that everybody is on the same page. Remember, it's a team effort with a team strategy. And remember that graphic that I put up about how agents do work you'll never see them do? Submitting you for auditions, working behind the scenes to pitch you, all of that time and effort goes into getting you every audition. So you need to move mountains to be at and give an outstanding audition every time. When you pass or you just can't do an audition, you'll need to give an explanation, not only to your agent, but also to the casting director. That last minute free Disneyland tickets excuse won't cut it. Number 6, booking out. I have a whole video on my channel that discusses the importance of doing this correctly. Booking out is what we do as actors when we schedule anything that will take us out of the audition or filming cycle for any amount of time. Your family vacation, getting married, having a baby, any type of event that will make you unavailable without question is when you book out with your agent.
I'll attach the video link to the description below.
Every agency has their own policy on how you submit your book out and how many days notice they need. Most of my agents require a 2-week notice of when I can't audition or film, but I have other agents who request a 30-day advance notice. In the link below, I talk about why the 30-day advance notice helps everyone. Booking out saves your agent time they wouldn't need to expend since you're not available for those projects. You won't need to juggle or stress over an audition when you're on vacation. Your agent won't be upset at you for booking out. They'll get upset when you don't book out. And it's created a situation where you've wasted their time and opportunity. You can't book out all the time because remember, you still need to be dependable and available. Acting is your job, so you need to be ready. If you're a professional traveler or work full-time in another job, you can still find ways to audition, especially now that self-taped auditions are the majority. The biggest thing you can do to maintain a positive working relationship with your talent agent is to understand and respect how you work together and how you can support each other. Make sure to touch base every few weeks. You know the old saying, out of sight, out of mind? You need to make yourself within sight at all times. Don't be a pest, but keep in touch. Ask your agents how they'd like to communicate. I text with some agents and I email with others. I let my agents know when I have new marketing materials in the form of headshots or updated video clips on my casting profiles. I let them know when I'm in a new acting class or working with a new acting coach. Anything positive that I can update them on is a good way to connect. Even something like, hey, I just reached 10,000 followers on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that, that's good information for them to know. I want my agents to think of me immediately when they see a role breakdown that asks for female, 35 to 50, lawyer, teacher, doctor, kind-hearted, energetic, Asian or Hispanic or ambiguous, anything that fits me. And they'll think, oh yeah, she just updated her headshots, or she's training with Kimberly Jensen. Stay in contact with them. Your agents have many actors on their roster. Some of them might look just like you, but you want them thinking of you. You're one of many. So stay in front of them so they remember to submit you for those auditions. If you do and understand how to work with your agents, you'll be just fine. Just always remember to put in 90% of the work. Make sure you're in the driver's seat and working for your paycheck. So if you haven't communicated with your agent in a while, maybe you should send them a little email or text that says, hi, Just wanted to touch base and tell you how proud I am of being a part of your agency. Thanks for everything. It's that simple. And remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy content about working in the film and television industry. Be determined, stubborn, and consistent, and you'll find success in this industry. Have a great day and break a leg.